Have you ever met someone who just knew everything? Maybe you are that person. Today's quote comes from Socrates. He said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." Most people don't want to hear that because we've been taught that having answers makes you credible, respected, valuable. And honestly, that's not wrong. But nobody tells you what happens next. Nobody warns you that the same confidence that opens doors slowly closes your mind. Think about the last time someone tried to give you advice. Your first instinct wasn't to listen, it was to defend. Because somewhere in your mind, you'd already decided you knew better. That's the quiet danger of thinking you already know. It doesn't feel like arrogance. It feels like experience. And that's exactly what makes it so hard to see. Think about the manager who's been leading teams for 15 years. He knows people. He knows process. He stopped asking for feedback years ago because why would he? He's the one giving it. And slowly, without realizing it, his team stops bringing him real problems. They smile, they nod, and they solve things around him. Not because he's bad at his job, because he became impossible to reach. Or think about the couple that's been together for 6 years. They love each other, genuinely. But somewhere along the way, they stopped being curious about each other. Every story feels familiar. Every reaction feels predictable. And they start calling it comfort. But it's not comfort. It's distance wearing a comfortable name. Real intimacy requires not knowing. It requires asking, who are you becoming? Even when you think you already know the answer. And then there's the internal one, the story you tell yourself about what you're capable of. Maybe you tried business once, and it didn't work out. So now you know you're not a business person. You know you're bad at confrontation. You know you're not the kind of person who takes risks. You didn't discover those things. You just stopped questioning them. And now they run your life like rules. Rules you wrote when you were a different, more afraid version of yourself. In every single one of these, the problem was never a lack of knowledge. It was too much certainty. You think staying certain keeps you strong, but it's actually keeping you static. You think having all the answers makes you credible, but it makes you unteachable. You think confidence means never doubting yourself. It doesn't. Real confidence is looking someone in the eye and saying, "You might be right. I'm wrong. I don't know. I never saw it that way." Without flinching, without defending, without needing to win. That's strength. That's wisdom. That's humility. The people who never question themselves aren't strong. They're just scared of what they'd find if they did. Their mind is like a GPS that never updated since the initial release. It still gives them directions. It still sounds confident. But it's routing them through roads that no longer exist, past businesses that closed, through paths that were rerouted years ago. They're moving, but they're not going anywhere new. Socrates wasn't asking us to turn off the GPS. He was asking us to hit refresh. Here's the truth. You think you've earned your certainty. Maybe you have, but earned or not, certainty still costs you something. It costs you the question you didn't ask. the idea you dismissed too fast, the person you stopped listening to because you already knew what they were going to say. The moment you decide you've arrived, you start going backwards. Quietly, slowly, invisibly. One unchallenged assumption at a time. And by the time you notice, you've already lost ground you didn't know you were standing on. Because the moment you do, you stop evolving, and you start defending a version of yourself that no longer serves you. The question was never how much you know, it's how much you're willing to unlearn. When did you last change your mind and mean it? What are you so certain about right now that you've actually gone blind? You don't need more answers. You need the courage to question the ones you already have. Be honest. Are you actually open to being wrong? Or just open to saying you are? Drop it in the comments. And if this one hit, share it. No pitch, no pressure. Just pass it to someone who needs to hear it today. Thank you for watching. If quotes, life questions, and growth is your kind of thing, then please hit the like and subscribe button. I'm Corwin, your host of Ask Odyssey, and I wish the absolute best for you. But in order for that to happen, you must participate. Let's turn moments into meaning. I'll see you on the next one.